live special. We're doing a live special this afternoon. We're talking about the Royal AM. We're talking about Royal LM who have just been expelled. Royal M has been expelled from the Premier Soccer League. So we've received the news that Royal M has finally been expelled from the Premier Soccer League. Those of you know the drama that has been unfolding at Royal M, especially involving the SARS, the South African Revenue Services, and also at some point the team was being auctioned. Someone put the deposit of 1 million. They were approved, but later on the deal collapsed because that person could not go through the remainder of the money that person had to pay. So okay, let's welcome to the platform, guys. Let's engage. Let me hear your views. What are your views? What do you guys make of this expulsion? Do you think it is the right decision to expel the Royal LM, or do you think it's a wrong decision? If you're in the position of the PSL executive, what decision would you have made regarding this Royal LM? So somebody said that the PSL clubs vote to dismiss Royal LM. The Premier Soccer League's Board of Governors have today decided to back the recommendation by the league's executive committee, meaning the Royal M has been expelled by the Board of Governors after backing the recommendation that was made by the league's executive committee to cancel Royal AM's membership with immediate effect. Because I mean, this is the club that has put the league into so much disrepute. Representatives from all 31 professional teams. Someone would ask why 31. Remember, the professional setup is made of the teams that are campaigning in the Elite League, which is the Betway Premiership, and those who are campaigning in the National First Division. So representatives of all 31 professional teams, minus the affected Royal M, came together at the Sandton Convention Center in Johannesburg on Thursday morning to deliberate the merits of the case. The EXCO, which is the executive committee led by Chairman Dr. Ivan Khoza, had proposed that Twiki Twahla be expelled after failing to honor their domestic fixtures at the start of the year and opening a can of worms that left the league with no choice but to suspend them indefinitely. So yeah, that's what the report the SABC saying. The SABC Sport earlier broke the news that Royal M were under SARS curatorship over a tax debt reported to be around 40 million rands, linked to President Sean Mkhize, popularly known as Mam Mkhize, as well as her family trust. With the KZN outfit having only played 11 matches in the Betway Premiership this season, it now means all points gained by and against Royal M have been rendered null and void. Right? As a result, the 15th place side will go into relegation promotion playoffs with all the teams finishing the campaign on 28 matches. So meaning now we've got a team like Orlando Pirates who had not played the Royal M. Remember when I was talking about the game in hand? Now we're going to have to minus 2 games that they were due to play against Royal AM. Then we've got teams like Sundowns as well already played 1 match against Royal LM, meaning those points are going to be taken away from those teams. So what does this mean? This means that this season we are not going to have a team that gets automatically relegated. You know how the PSL operates, the elite division South Africa, that out of the 16 teams, the team that finishes last, meaning the team that finishes at number 16, gets relegated directly. Then the team that finishes at number 15 goes to the playoffs, the promotion relegation playoffs against 2 teams from the NFD, being the teams that finish second and third in the NFD. Because of course the team that wins the NFD, meaning the team that finishes first in the NFD, gets promoted directly. So this season we're not going to have a team that will be relegated directly. So we're going to have the team that finishes number 15 will go and play the playoffs. So currently we know that team that are hovering around that playoff spot, it is SuperSport United, Marumo Gallants, Richards Bay, and even Magesi. They are still not that properly safe from the relegation zone. So these are the dynamics that are unfolding. Hence, I'm posing a question to you guys: that do you agree with this decision? Do you think this was a correct decision to expel Roy M? Because I mean, again, this has just become an unviable burden to the Premier Soccer League. But this also points out to something that is very key and very painful. Remember the team that is called Royal and that now its membership has been cancelled. Mamkhize bought the status of a very popular team, a team that has got deep cultural roots in South African football, the team that had actually become a religion in South African football. That team is called Bloemfontein Celtics. Remember in 2021, Mamkhize, Roy and Royal AM, they bought the Bloemfontein Celtics status. Look at what they've done with it. For me, this is an indictment. This is an indictment on us, but mainly an indictment on those who are leading our football. That they've made it so easy for these characters, your Mamkhize characters, your Mulaudzi characters. Remember, there was once a man called Mulaudzi. Is it Robert? I'm not sure about his name, but the surname it is Mulaudzi, who owned TTM. He's the man who in 2020 bought a status that belonged to then at the time a 99-year-old club known as Bidvest or Wits University. Another team just like before the Celtics that had become part of the heritage of South African football. A club that was part of the South African football heritage. He bought that club. And what did he do with it? He made a mockery out of it. Of course, he changed the name to TTM. We know that was later bought to be by Marumo Gallants and all of that. But then again, Marumo Gallants again is another ping pong that goes. That's a yo-yo team. That's one season's in the NFD, then they buy another status. So, meaning the history and the heritage of that 99-year-old club, Wits University, was destroyed because the PSL allowed someone, some sort of a dodgy character, to buy its status. And then what did he do? He destroyed that heritage. It's the same thing with Bloemfontein Celtics. 2021, you get a Mamkhize character buying the Bloemfontein Celtics status. What did she do with it now? As we speak now, South African football has been deprived of that Wits University heritage and history. As we speak right now, South African football has been deprived of that Bloemfontein Celtics heritage. And we know. Look, each time the Bafana Bafana goes to play in Bloemfontein, or any of these Gauteng teams, especially your Orlando Pirates and Kaizer, go to play in Bloemfontein, look at how passionate those people are. But they've been denied and deprived of that football by characters such as Mamkhize. But look what she's done now. She was already in serious financial trouble because FIFA came hard on her because she was refusing to pay players and all of that. Remember some instance when they went to the field to play players bonus cash on the field and all of that. So the PSL needs to tighten the rules. Needs to tighten the rules to ensure that not anyone can get into this league. Because they are bringing this league into distribute and therefore compromising the quality of our football. Let's be honest, people like Mamkhize are not contributing anything positive to our football. They are not. If anything, they are making a mockery of the football that people have worked so hard to build and ensure that our football is respected. But because the PSL has been lenient in terms of the laws and the rules, such characters such as Mamkhize have capitalized on that, and look at what they've done. So this should serve as a lesson because it's a serious indictment. So it should serve as a lesson to say moving forward, how do you show at least you do what you call the due diligence? A due diligence to ensure that not anyone can just come and buy a status in the PSL. There should be certain rules and regulations that ensure that we protect the heritage and the integrity of the game. The integrity of the game ought to be protected. But we are not doing that. We are not doing that because we are allowing these characters, these dodgy characters, to come into the game. Because what they are bringing is what people are complaining about the third division of South African football. It is the ABC Motsepe. That was formerly known as Vodacom, where people bribe referees, where there's violence, where there's gangsterism, where people actually win in those levels. They win through violence, they win because they are gangsters and all of that. So if we are not careful, the PSL is not careful, it is going to find itself in that situation where you've got such characters within the structure of the professional football. So I wanted to express that. So indeed, it was the correct decision to expel Royal M and all of that. That's my humble view. I want to hear your view, guys. Let me hear it here in the comment section below. Let's keep the conversation going. And before you leave here, please remember to subscribe, guys. Thank you very much.